watching Clarion's very own TV5 News Live.
Good evening. It's Tuesday, April 2nd, 2002. I'm Kelly Esno. Today on TV5 News Live Update, Farmers National Bank of Edlington at the Clarion Mall was robbed March 28th. The suspect passed a note to the teller demanding cash and fled the bank. He was last seen walking out the front entrance to the mall. The suspect was described as a white male, 5'9", medium build, short, dark hair, receding hairline, wearing a dark light white jacket and a button-up shirt and dark sunglasses. If you have any tips about the suspect, call the State Police at Clarion, 814-226-1710. The Pennsylvania State Police in Punxsutawney will be conducting a Citizens Police Academy at the Oliver Township Fire Hall on State Route 36, north of Punxsutawney. Troopers will give presentations on police-related functions May 7th through June 25th, once a week, from 6:30 till 9 p.m. This event is open to citizens 18 years of age and older. Participants are required to come every night and shall not have a criminal record. The application period will close on April 22nd. If interested, please contact Trooper Lever at 814-938-0521 to get an application. In local news, Clarion County's unemployment rates are rising. The jobless rate in Clarion County rose slightly from 6.0% in January to 6.1% in February. It is the second lowest among the 13 counties in northwestern Pennsylvania, ranked lowest to highest by jobless rate. More jobs in state and local government as Clarion University was back to full staffing levels for the new term. Clarion's Borough Council is just let out, and right now TV5's own Mark Despotakis at the Clarion Free Library, where the meeting has just ended, and is here now with a recap of tonight's events.
Thank you, Kelly. We are here live at the Clarion Free Library, where the Borough Council meeting just wrapped up a few minutes ago. You saw it here live on TV5. Just a couple of the highlights for you. Number one, the council officially approved giving $15,000 to the Clarion Area Fire Department. That will be paid in $5,000 installments over the next 3 years. But a good bit of the talk was tonight about the Clarion Area Authority. Some representatives from the authority were here to answer some of council's questions about the idea of getting sewer taps in Clarion Borough, as well as parts of Monroe Township and Clarion Township, which the Clarion Area Authority covers. They're under consent consent decree that goes from June 2000 to June 2005, which limits them to only 20 taps per year, and that's presented a problem because there are more than 20 requests a year. So there was no answer to that tonight, but certainly some questions answered about the situation here for Borough Council members. Also, one other note, they talked about the skateboarding ordinance. Last year we heard about this a lot. Mayor Bill Smathers is asking council to take yet another look at a possible skateboarding ordinance in the borough. Could that mean some areas where there will be no skateboards allowed? That is something that you may be seeing coming up in the next few months. And finally, an interesting note, a bit of a surprise for me here at TV5. Next month's work session will be done live from TV5, our studios. The entire Borough Council will come down on April 29th, I believe it is. Yes, April 29th at 5 o'clock. We will carry that meeting for you live. They will be doing it live to kind of as a going away present to me as I'm graduating in May. So that's what we have here for you tonight. TV5's Autumn Gels is here. We'll have a complete recap of everything tomorrow night on TV5 News Live at 8. For now, live at the Clarion Free Library, I'm Mark Despotakis. Back to you.
Thanks, Mark. About 200 people inside the rubber-filled Palestinian security compound in Ramallah have emerged from the facility and surrendered. They are being questioned at an Israeli settlement in the West Bank. While on the other side of the city, Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat remains holed up in the headquarters. Elaine Quiano has the latest.
He suggested Arafat leave his headquarters in the West Bank town of Ramallah, quote, on a one-way ticket, a proposal Palestinian officials flatly reject.
Arafat is a person who's been elected by his people as president of the PA. It's not up to Sharon either to imprison him, to hold him hostage, to terrorize him, to try to humiliate him, or to try to send him into exile.
For their part, U.S. officials say it doesn't matter where Arafat is. They still see him as a necessary part of any attempts at peace.
Chairman Arafat still has a legitimate role within the Palestinian movement, and we think at this point it's best to deal with him in that role.
Since last Friday, when Israeli troops stormed his Ramallah headquarters, Arafat has been holed up inside. Across town, Israeli forces pounded another Palestinian security complex today, forcing hundreds of people inside to surrender. Throughout Israel, the violence has continued, with 6 Palestinian suicide bombings in as many days. Against that backdrop, officials here at the State Department have approved authorized departures for U.S. government employees and their families assigned to Jerusalem. At the State Department, I'm Elaine Quijano.
Well, that's all for tonight's news. Thanks for joining us. Tune in tomorrow with Jackie Mullion and Pat Grace. We'll return with the regular newscast, bringing you the latest in local, state, and national news. For everyone here at TV5, Kelly Osno. Have a good evening.